if it's not sufficient, I'm sure that you can call me anytime, and I will get a phone number and an address for you, as I'm sure Mark and Judy will also, as I am dedicated to growing the party. That is our motto here in Medford, and always has and will be. I have one directive. I would like to see us do as many standouts as possible within our community for any of these candidates, and I'm going to put a list up here for anybody that would like to sign up for, and if you have a specific candidate that you'd like, or if all is your choice, fine. I'd like to have a list of people that will do standouts. If you want to contact and work at campaign headquarters, we'll get you that information too. I have made one comment to at least one detractor who is a supporter of one of the constitutional officers, that if you advocate for a given candidate for a standout in Medford, you have to be part of the standout. You can't be a phantom Republican. So, other than that, if there's any other new business? Yes?
We're about 7 months away from what would have been Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday. It's hard to believe, but Ronald Reagan would have been 100 years old. And I think the Medford Republican City Committee should consider sponsoring or hosting, whatever you want to call it, a Lincoln Reagan Day 100th anniversary party for Ronald Reagan, and I don't think it's too soon to start.
Okay. Well, when will this be? For what, February? February
6th would have been Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday.
So you're talking about 2011?
That's correct.
Okay.
7 months away, preparations should start now, and I think this committee should take the lead, rather than a certain neighboring community that disgraced, as far as I'm concerned, they dishonored Ronald Reagan and Abraham Lincoln last year. I could get into details, but
it would be like it would be
like the 2009 event that you attended in Malden. It's something of that nature. But again, that was Lincoln's bicentennial. This is Ronald Reagan's 100th birthday centennial, and it should not pass. I don't think it's from our lifetime. So
we made a motion, and I heard a second. Does anybody want to discuss the issue as to whether or not we should form a committee to look at the possibility of having a Ronald Reagan and Lincoln Day event? Hearing none, we have a motion to close debate. Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. We'll form a committee. Is there any other business?
How come I mentioned Del Russo and Penta? How come two local Republicans aren't here tonight? Are they invited? Why are they phantoms? Are they ashamed of being Republicans? What is their problem?
All but 18, 19 of the approximately 80 members get electronic newsletter, which Mark transmits every period.
Penta and Del Russo are on the invitations, and they do get the newsletter, so they are aware of it in the past. I know in the past Penta has said, it conflicted with the city council meeting because it was held on Tuesdays. We've now moved our meetings to Wednesdays.
We've been going between Wednesday and Thursday alternatively, and other than the fact that they advocated for the governor and lieutenant governor's position, and as far as I know, he's the local coordinator. That being said, he had to get a reminder to show up for the convention, because apparently he had forgotten the day. It wasn't important enough to actually show up, but someone decided he needed to be there on time to actually be there for the vote. Otherwise, despite his advocacy, he didn't find it convenient. I don't know. I can't speak to his personal life or what other things are going on. I don't like to make Bob or Fred targets. We would love to have them here. They've been longtime Republicans, and they do have some insights to city business. And it would be nice, as Fred once did a couple of years ago, to give us some thoughts on so many important matters. The Green Line being one. I attended the Somerville event back a couple of weeks ago, and actually finally saw the renderings of the proposed Medford Hillside / College Avenue station and the Route 16 station, which is in or out depending on who you're talking to. And despite all of that, and many other important matters, such as the rubbish changes that are about to take place, which I think is crazy. I can't imagine where I live across the street from a 3-family house where they would have a sidewalk full of their rubbish on the odd week. God forbid it doesn't get picked up. I won't be able to take my car out of the driveway compared to my 1 barrel. With all due respect to Mr. Lincoln, he's thinking in the past, and he's implementing a horse wagon concept. I think it's stupid to be talking about moving rubbish from one side of the street to the other. And I do know that the administration has heard counter-arguments opposed to that portion as to whether or not we should further divide our rubbish. I'm not opposed to that, but I do think the idea of that the rubbish truck's going to go down one side of the street every other week, I think that's a stupid idea, and I don't know how in the world that's going to actually be anything favorable to us who pay an awful lot of money in taxes. But yeah, we'd love to have them, and I hate to turn this into an anti-city councilor race discussion, but it's not that. I think we love you, Bob, and we'd love to have you come here, and Fred too. You're both members of the city council and members of government, as well as members of the committee. Certainly they're welcome to be here, and even though we may have differences over people we support or don't support, or can't afford to support, I think that's not a reason to be selective once every year, and maybe even put Republican on your ballot position. I guess we certainly beat that up, didn't we? Anything else? If not, I hear a motion to adjourn. Seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. We stand adjourned.
Everybody leaves. Campbell?
Oh, anybody please is interested in, I think they might be available for a standout, any standout. Please write your name and we can, oh, there you go.